Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and most of all, I wish you grace. On Friday, we got into the conversation about affirmation, and we talked about the word affirmation, and we broke it down. And we got a clear understanding that affirmation actually mean affirm mean to declare, to say yes, to believe. And we got a clear clear understanding that mation mean to be in movement. So I also mentioned that this conversation is more for believers. And when I say believers, I mean people that believe that there is a higher power than them. And uh, I will be using biblical principles in the conversation later to show how I build my powerful affirmations. And if you're not comfortable with that, this might not be the conversation that you want to be in because I will be using biblical based principles to show how I have built my affirmations and how they have manifest. With that said, let's get into another part of building a powerful affirmation. Most of the time when we build an affirmation, we say I am. So the question is, how can we make that even more individualized? How can we make it more powerful? Because your affirmation will be completely different from my affirmation, what you're asking for, what you're releasing out into the universe. And with that word universe, I also want to make a statement that when I say universe, I am not calling universe God, what I call God. I'm calling universe the space of foreverness. There is no beginning, there is no end. But when I say God, that's the being that is over that space that is forever. That is the creator of that space. So when that's how I use universe and God. Now, when we release it, our affirmation, when we declare movement out into the universe, we say, I am. To make that more powerful, instead of just saying I am, I say I, Alice, am. Now, there is no misunderstanding, no confusion who I'm declaring movement. It's making movement. I, Alice, am. So when you start writing your affirmation, use I, your name, am, and then we will go into the affirmation. Now, none of this, we haven't even begun to write the affirmation yet. We're just learning the principles and the makeup of an affirmation so that we will be able to write a strong affirmation. So that's the conversation I wanted to have with you today is to make sure when you write your affirmation or when you're thinking about it, you use I, your name, and am. That way, you are more individualizing your affirmation even more. On Wednesday, what we're going to start a conversation about is the vision behind your affirmation. How do you see that vision in your head? And we're going to get into that before we even start writing. Before we start writing that affirmation, we're going to have a very clear vision of what we're writing and who's writing it. So this is Alice Walker Beecham. I hope this has been helpful to you. If so, please subscribe and share. And we will talk on Wednesday about creating vision. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever. And I'll see you soon. Bye.